And this chisel helps mark center so you can get your center punch on center. Otherwise it's difficult trying to find center with the center punch because it likes to slide off. And it's difficult to get leverage too when you're working in such close proximity as this. We're not lucky enough to have a lift, so we do the best we can with this. Now we've got a center punch and a way to mark that center. I'm going to put my safety goggles on because it tends to throw chips and you don't want to be wearing this in your eye. Here we go. Hopefully this is centered. Another thing I'll say is that it's nice if you can put lubricating oil on it. It's really difficult to do, especially when you're working upside down. So if you turn the bit slower, and sometimes that's hard to do, you want to pull on the trigger, it will cut and keep the drill relatively cool. And you want to go deep enough, you want to actually go past the thickness of this material if you can. If not, at least halfway, if not a little further. Have to resharpen this material. Is pretty tough, so kind of have to keep the bit sharp. This old drill has seen better days, but it still works pretty doggone good. So we're in a little past, a little over a 1/4 inch, so we're about halfway through. Now let's go to the big gun here. We know we'll get past the shank of the rivet and hopefully drill the head off. And there you have it. You may want to go just a stroke further and get rid of that shoulder in there. And now you take your drift, and I use a single jack because it's got a little more punch to it. And well, that tells me it's got a little more to go in the shoulder. So we'll go with this guy. See if that helped. I may have to go to the next size drill here. And this is tough getting a leverage under here as well. And there's that rivet. Almost out. It's not quite. But that's what you're up against there, kids. Right there. This is what we're trying to accomplish, is drilling that that rivet head off and making sure that there's no shoulder left on it. But you can see how it swells in the center and really compresses in the hole when they stamp this rivet, and that is so difficult to get them out. Very difficult unless you drill them. And that's the head on one end, and of course the rest of the rivet on the other. Yeah, I was going to take and remove these fittings, but all these brake lines have to be replaced anyway, so I'm going to do it the easy way just so I can get the cross member out today. And I'm going to crimp this a little bit. And the master cylinder has been leaking, and that's why we decided to do this early. So we're going to just cut this line like that, and there's no fluid in it. Get that out of the way, and we'll cut this one here because it's in the way too. And remove it over here. A little bit more difficult. And that's out of the way. Now we'll be able to remove this cross member without too much issue. And that's how you take out a 54 Chevy crossmember. Not that easy, but now we're waiting for the Todd Walton crossmember we'll be putting in here. It's got the big arch in it with a removable section, so if you've got to remove the transmission, it's done a whole lot easier than this. Thanks.